Hmm. G'day chat, I'm bored and today we're going to go over Soturu Gojo and Suguro Geto, or however you're meant to say those fucking names. Anyway, first we'll go over Satoru Gojo. So, pose is very nice, looks amazing, first of all, as everyone can see. So, not a lot of effect parts with him, a lot of hands, some good faces, and a little accessories. If I can get him to bloody stand up. Come on. There you go, you little bastard. So, we'll go over his pose ability first. Let's remove the hands, make it a bit easier. We'll go over him. Okay. If he will stand. Cool. So, this is forward. That is backwards. Very poseable. As you can tell just by looking at the joints. Very poseable. It's the widest spread. Double joint at the shoulder here, so almost all the way around. Nice open shoulders as well, so very wide spread when you pull them out all the way. You look in there, maybe if you can see, if I tilt it with the light right, might be able to see the joint in there. It's a ball joint that goes down and it's got to bend a pipe down to another ball joint in this level here, so it gives him a lot of range in his shoulders, which is very nice for posability. Enough gushing over his posability though. Let's go over his faces, and we'll also pull out his accessories. So, first things first, you've got a smiling face, you've got a laughing face, you've got a comedy kawaii blushing face, you've got a just reawakened face, I guess, or you know. And then you've also got a shocked, wide-eyed sort of look with the faces as well. You do also get tiny pair of glasses. Fucking slaps, don't they? Look at that shit. And then you can, any of the faces take them. So any of them, shocked face, smiling face, laughing face, they all get it. They all take the glasses, which is perfect if you don't like the eyes. You can always, if you mess around with them a bit, you can probably get them to do a bit of a tilt for certain posing and stuff like that. And you push them all the way back. Yeah, you've got little grooves cut out on the side of the face. Let's pull that off. See if you can see them. Two little grooves on either side. So they all slide in, but even with the headpiece on, you can't see because of how long the hair is along the side. Very nicely designed. So you can't even tell when they're on. It doesn't change the face, it doesn't change the hair. It's not like a parts former where everything, well, it is a parts former, it's a figure. It's not like you have to change the hair every time you want to put the glasses on. You know, one piece of hair, and then you can fit the glasses to it if you want. See? Pop. Easy as hell. Okay, let's move on to the hands now. So, first of all, let's match them. So you've got some sort of open grabbing hands, a pointing sort of finger one. Because he doesn't have a lot of matching hands is the issue with this figure. Well, these two match. Two sort of pointing outward hands. A sort of graspy hand. A more eccentric pointing hand. You've got the P symbol, of course. You've got the reaching hand. You've got the hands in the pockets, which look kind of nice. You also get just a normal reaching hand. You know, very standard sort of hand styles and look up. You know, an odd number of each, of course, because of course it is. You can already tell just by like how it's set up, and then you also get a cell phone hand. Whoa. Cell phone hand on deck. Crazy. It don't bend though, so you can't expect everything, but it does look very nice. Let's see if I can get it. There you go. No buttons, nothing on the screen, which is fine, but you know, it'd be cool if it had little numbers or a little selfie. But you know, being that this figure is super posable and does express Satoru Gojo's personality very, very much, it is very, very fun to pose him, get him into a bunch of different poses, especially over stand. You can recreate pretty much every scene from the flashback with him. You know, very, very nice. Very, very nice figure. One thing I did forget to mention about the design is the little gold button. It is very, very shiny. You can see the plastic looks shiny in the camera, but in real life it is a bit shiny, but the gold button shines a lot more. It isn't magnetic, but it is a bit of metal. You can hear it when you tap on it. That's just normal plastic. That's a bit tinier to my ear. It might be plastic, might just be a really hard plastic, but you know, it sounds like metal to me. So yeah, see, very, very nice. Poses very, very nice. The expressions are very, very good. So one thing I like about this line of figures, at least these two, at least Gojo and everything, he always is very expressive. The first one they dropped wasn't very expressive. This one was extremely expressive, which was good. Their faces aren't interchangeable, but their heads are, so you could pop the head off and the neck off and swap it over. But then you have to put the other head on this one. You could buy two, but I probably wouldn't recommend it unless you're going to do a custom with the other body, or you know, do something. You probably could. It would be nice. You do see some customs with these figures from time to time on you know, Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that. I don't see too many. I've seen a lot of people converting and making a Sukuna one out of some B0r3d figures, out of some, I think they're bootleg Yujiro ones that look pretty cool. You don't see many others besides. You do see a lot of customs of Toji though. Toji is everywhere. People love making customs of Toji and of course, Gojo with the what are they? I always forget the names. Raw Monkey, I think, something like that. It's a 1/12 scale body muscular thing. You know, just one of those nude ones. You know, it's always cool to have them posed up upside down. That's how I usually have them posed up. Not like this, a lot nicer, because this was just done in a few seconds without really looking. But you know, you can pose him pretty well, pretty nice. He looks great. But let's move on to the next figure. So now on to Geto. First things first, the body is pretty much the same. A bit wider, a bit more baggy, especially around the bottom, around the legs. As you can tell, he's got those baggy pants. Pretty much poses the same though, same amount of bending to it, you know, just as flexible. Oh, straight legs probably make a bit better. That one, yeah. Same bend at the shoulders, same design internally, the same body. Yeah. Pretty much everything the same. The only thing that sets them apart is really the bagginess really of the bottom, as you can tell on the, you know, it's just the baggy pants really, and the faces of course. But very, very nice figures, very, very, very nice designs. I really liked the designs of their high school forms. Let's take a look at the heads now. So, first of all, you've got a serious attacking face, a shocked face, really. Smiling face, an actually smiling face. This one's more like a, sad smile. You've got a serious look, and then you've got a smiling look. Very, very nice. Earrings go all the way through as well, which is very cool. Very small detail. They're a bit different on each ear though, so do be aware of that if you do have some sort of OCD. Some of them might be a bit different in sizing on the back than on the front or whatever, but they're painted, so what can you expect? The design for these are a bit weird, the peg at the top as well. So when you come in to take them off, I found it's easy to go from the bottom, push up, so you're bending like that. You might snap this at one point, but if you're coming in from the top, it's just, you're just scraping your nail along the entire top edge here, hoping you don't break the paint. I'd much rather snap a peg in a head than chip the paint on the hair, but that's black plastic. This isn't though, so might be scraping up against there, but what can you do really with it? So now onto the hands. You do get a pair of fists, pair of open sort of reaching hands, a single sort of wide open grasping hand to recreate scenes. You've got a fighting hand stance, standoffish sort of hand. And you get two sort of open palm, holding, saluting, looking, doing attacks with. Then you get two hands in the pockets, which look very nice with them both posed up like that. And then you also do get another little phone, which on this one does have buttons. It does have little buttons and a little style pad. It does have little buttons and a little style pad. Little details on it. You can see the interior of it where the thing would hinge down. See where the camera probably is. If you wanted to, you could probably paint in those little things if you wanted. Same with the other one, if you felt like it. But let's get on to our final thoughts about the figure. Enough talking about these guys separately though. Look at these guys together. If you buy one, I'd highly recommend buying the other. If you're going to buy multiple, that's fine, but I would recommend getting either one of these, both of these. If you like the figures, if you like the characters, get them. If you don't like the characters, I'd still probably get them just for the posability and the style you could probably do with them. You could probably customize them, change up the hair, change up the face maybe, take the whole head off and use the body, because these are just very, very nice figures, very, very nice. Nicely designed. They pose very, very well. Pretty much for any school show, you could have them. Change up the hair color, do whatever you like with them.
I did forget to do this in the video, but here's them posed up with some figures for scale. I'll put the scales and stuff on there, but just some basic photos of them posed up with other figures.
Like, come on guys, just messing around with them, you gotta see how fun they are. They pose very, very nice. You can get them to do some pretty wacky stuff, Their balance is pretty good as well. Since he's not very heavy, you can get him to do pretty good stuff. You can get them to balance. See? This Gojo does have a bit of blue tack to help with the stance. Geto don't. Geto's completely balanced there. He's not tilting, he's not moving. You heard that. See, a bit of blue tack on him. But on Geto, perfectly fine. So if you're worried about balance for him, they're both balanced really, really nice. They're both posed really, really nice. I've been saying it over and over, but I do quite like the posability on these guys. And also the fact that they do come with some good facial features and facial accessories, especially Gojo. Gojo always does have some nice facial parts, at least from recollection. SH Figuarts, the first one didn't have, I think it had like 2 faces, 3 faces maybe. This one has a lot more. It's a lot nicer. I would go for this one above the other one if I had to choose. Everyone does have their preference though, which one they do like. I think this one just looks a lot nicer, poses a lot nicer, feels a lot nicer in the hand. The hair looks a lot nicer as well. The other one has this weird sort of tinge to it. I would bring him out and show him off, but I think I might have misplaced one of his heads somewhere. I'll have to look for that for a review for him sometime. But when it comes down to these two, very, very good figures. Highly recommend getting them both. But beyond that, have a lovely day, guys.